Ready? 3, 2, 1, start. I have felt that the approach to this question has been marred by strong language, by direct or indirect reapproaches, and by the running down of this group or that. Consideration of these problems is not helped in the slightest by any provinces or community being run down and by any other part of the country considering itself more capable, more courageous, more independent, or more nationalistic. We are all here as members chosen by some constituency or other in India. Naturally, we are interested in that constituency, but I submit that we are much more. I am not here merely as member for the eastern part of Allahabad district. I consider a member of parliament to be a member for India. We are not members of some local municipality or district to consider the interest only of our area and forget the rest of India. We have to consider every question in relation to the whole country. As Prime Minister of India, I have to think in terms of India. I may make a mistake as all of us make mistakes, but our bona fides must not be called into question. I submit that when we begin to challenge one another's bona fides, then any discussion and consideration of a problem and merit become difficult. Some honorable members may say it is all very well, your intention may be very good, but where have you landed us with your good intention? It is perfectly true that we have landed ourselves in a bit of a mess. I admit it and I admit my responsibility for it because, as Prime Minister and otherwise also, I am at least partly responsible for it. I do not wish to run away from it. It sometimes happens that in trying to avoid one difficulty, we land in another. In regard to Bombay and Maharashtra, we varied previous decision on several occasions. Each time we varied it, we landed in a fresh difficulty. We did it at the suggestion of some respected colleagues of ours, and then they themselves wanted something else. Ultimately, we landed ourselves in this difficulty that any attempt to change it resulted in probably a worse situation than the first one. The Honorable Sri Deshmukh said he preferred a city state formula to the present state of affairs. So did we, and that was our first decision for us. Honorable member will remember that on one occasion he told us not only on his behalf but responsibly and authoritatively on behalf of others too that we should adopt the city state formula. We adopted it although we had come to some other conclusion because We are anxious and eager to please, but not 48 hours had passed when we are told, no, go back upon that. We would not approve that. We went back upon it, and so we shifted about in our anxiety to arrive at some decision which carried the largest measure of arrangement and consent. The honorable members referred to what he called two crucial decisions which were taken without consultation. I am in a difficulty about this matter because I am really, totally, and absolutely unable to follow him. I do not know where he gets his fact from. I consulted my papers, our cabinet records, and everything. There are two decisions I leave out for the moment: the statement that I made in Bombay. The first decision was taken, I may say, absolutely and emphatically, with the consultation of everybody and my colleagues in the whole cabinet. I have no doubt about it. Finally, this bill itself was replaced before the cabinet. This bill, after all, contains the decision on Bombay, and it was the cabinet that adopted it before it come to this house. That is the usual procedure. I do not understand how anyone can say, unless he is forgetting all this, that this decision was adopted without consultation. There has been more consultation on this than on any other subject that I have known of since I became Prime Minister. Sri Deshmukh was kind enough and good enough to say that he did not refer to me when he said that there was a certain animus. I thank him for the statement, but it is a small matter after all what I am and what I may be. But our method of government, the procedure we follow in the cabinet, in the government of India, in this parliament and elsewhere, are much bigger matter. Are we following wrong procedures? Are we overriding everybody and imposing some individuals' will, mine or a small committees will over this parliament, over the government, over the country? That is a vital matter. It is more vital than, I say, this whole state's recognition bill. If we go wrong, how are we to function? It is a serious charge. The honorable members has made it. It is not easy to reply to it and to justify my own conduct, but I feel he has not assured justice. Stop.